check, 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 check. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Check, check, check. Oh, it actually sounds pretty good today. Check, check, check. Oh, it actually sounds pretty good today. Hey, Elias is here. Hello, buddy. Hope you're doing well, Elias. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. All right, let's start hitting some putts. Oh, definitely going to need to do a little bit of stretching and loosening up. Too far to the right. Hey, Jay's here. TG Logan is here. What are you working on today? I think we're just going to hit some putts and hang out for a little bit. Rose Life is here. Hello. See if we can roll in some 5-footers without the assistance of our putting mat. Hey, Colby Queso is here. Storm is here. Hey, guys. Thanks for joining the stream and saying hello. Oh, brutal lip out. That's another missed putt. How long have you been golfing? Good question, TG. I've been playing golf for almost 20 years. I started playing seriously or competitively playing, in high school and tournaments around when I was maybe 14. There it is, a little better. Draw a chicken wing on the whiteboard. What kind of chicken wing? Elias said, where are the superstars? You don't need to call them unless you want to. Well, I appreciate you saying that, Elias. They are actually enjoying their dinner. So to be honest with you, bro, even if I did call them, I don't think anything I can say will convince them to come leave their dinner behind. Oh, missed again. Which honestly is pretty fair. I don't want to leave my dinner behind. Here we go. Hard to know exactly how much the putt will break. Darn, another lip out on that low side. You look exactly like Whoopi Goldberg. Tell me how you think so. Marquise is here. Parallax, what do you think about India? Like, what is the first thing that comes to your mind when I say India? First thing I think of, to be honest with you, is chicken tikka masala. Or some sort of curry, which I absolutely love. My wife and I eat curry at least once a week. All right, so he wants to see a chicken wing drawn on there. Here's my best estimation of, here. A flat, you said? So the flat ones kind of have like, oh, hi, hello, Miss Lady. Hi. I know, everyone will be so happy to see you. I don't need a shower, though. I don't. Thank you. No more licking. No more licking. Thank you. I'm trying to draw this chicken wing, baby Lil. I know, you're such a happy girl. You're such a happy girl. I just don't like being licked so much. Thank you. I just don't like being licked. Yeah, you're a good girl. You're a good girl. Yeah. We say hi to the girl. Hi. Hi. Hi, you. Hi, you. Hi, you. You're a good bean. Yes, you are a good bean. Do you want to be a superstar for the people? Say, everybody, look how cute my face is. I'm the cutest there ever was. Hi. She says, bye-bye. So it's kind of just like, I don't know, you got like the bony ends. You don't really see the bones in the chicken wing, do you? There. We're just going to write it so everybody knows. My favorite kind. Docky says, we'll love the stream. Thanks so much. I love India. My stream to get a few people from there and always super nice people. I agree with that. Hey, Gugu is here. Decky says, love the stream. When you have tons of treats. Paul's here. They like cricket and they make great food. I agree with that. Hi, Miss Lady. Oh, who's that? Is that your brother coming up here?
I don't know.
We're all in this together. I gotta be honest, guys. If you ever dare to use a High School Musical song in a video, you gotta be prepared for it to be stuck in your head all day long. Hi. No one likes being licked that much. I don't think they do. I'll pay attention to you. I will. I'll say hi. I'll say hi, but I don't want to be licked. I do not. Yeah, I don't. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Say hi, everybody. Say hi, I'm the superstar. Got myself a custom Santa Claus flashlight. I'll take the fall for you. Abdul said, how are you, brother? I'm doing well. How are you? Here it is. Oh, it just breaks more than it should for such a short putt. We're all in this together. Guys, we gotta blow up the chat. Get as many people in here as we can. Then we're gonna see how many putts we can make in a row. Let's go. Guys, super exciting. We just hit 7,000 subscribers here on YouTube. Woo. And over 1,000 on Instagram, so 8,000 total in our little community that we're building here now, which I'm super, super excited about. You're on a fault line. It does feel that way, Paul. It definitely feels that way. Where is your house? I live in the northeast part of the U.S. 7.5 on the Richter scale. Yeah, it does seem like it could be flatter, but that's all right. We're doing the best we can. We're getting some practice in. I am actually going to set up the Pels tutor here so we can do some real practice. Track our results potentially. So this, guys, is called a Pels tutor. It's a little plastic tray. Holds these ball bearings. As you can see, there's kind of 3 different settings, like easy, medium, and hard. I keep it on the hard setting because I've been doing this for a long time. But this is nice and scalable if you're just learning. And this is a great tool for learning how to start your ball on your intended line. So I pair it up with this mat here. It sits right in the middle. And we get great practice making sure that we can deliver the putter squarely onto the ball so that it starts where we are aimed. You can achieve the same effect with a gate like this. You just set this up at your house or, on the green. Learn how to roll the ball through the gate. It's a very, very effective drill for making more of these short putts. I'm not sure I drew a chicken wing. It looks more like a blimp to me. I think a drumstick one would have been easier. So that's a slight pull. There we go. Nice. Got another one through the gate. It's always exciting. Oh, what happened to the chat? Where'd everybody go? Where'd who go? It's pouring down here. I'm sorry to hear that, Paul. That's never makes anything easier. That was a really good putt there. There it is. Really, really, really like this drill for start line. Pinto Beans is here. Hey, bro. How do you get on the algorithm? I don't know. That's a great question. Let's go. That feels super solid. Got the ball starting right on line. Does anybody know how the algorithm works? I don't. All I do is post and hope for the best. Here we go. Found the rhythm. I've been posting like 4 to 6 times a day for weeks and weeks. And sometimes certain videos do really well. Sometimes similar videos, the metrics look totally different. So to be honest, I honestly have no idea. Luis Gray is here. He says, I'm new. Amazing. Welcome to the stream, my friend. Thanks for checking it out. We do all kinds of golf stuff. Occasionally I talk about my experiences with things like sobriety and mental health. I've been alcohol-free for coming up on 5 years. which I'm very proud of. It's taken a lot of hard work to get to this point. And it's pretty cool because it seems like day after day after day, I think a lot of people search tips for golf. Well, but you are doing well. Yeah, I'm really I try not to worry about that stuff, guys. All those things will work themselves out. I know that if I continue showing up and putting in consistent effort as far as posting and making content that adds some value, that isn't just silly nonsense, but adds some value, whether that's related to golf or just honest conversations around, like I said, sobriety and mental health, the other kind of core pillars of. All I know about the algorithm is that I search for drills for not coming over the top, and now I'm flooded with conflicting information. That is a risk for sure. Pinto beans. I'm curious what Paul would tell you. He might have some good drills for over the top. My best advice is that head cover drill. So you could grab a head cover. If you're a right-handed player, you put it down behind the ball and to the right, such that if you did come over the top, you would hit that head cover on your way into the ball. So by giving yourself a physical barrier to block your path, you can learn how to approach the ball with a more neutral attack angle. Another drill that can help is to, take it to the top of your swing, right? And just practice feeling like your arms are dropping down into your pocket. Rather than going this way, feel like your back and your shoulders stay closed longer. Your arms and hands will just drop here, and then you turn and swing. So as opposed to going this way, you want to feel it come this way. Does that make sense? How many yards do you hit your driver? On the golf course, on average, total distance is usually between, 275 and 295. Every once in a while, I'll really bash one that gets out there near 300 yards, but for the most part, my driver and tee shot strategy is predicated on keeping the ball out of hazards and not hitting into out of bounds. So it can be more fun to just swing away, but I like being able to find my golf ball. Just have your arms come across your belly. We're all in this together. Boom. Nice rhythm right now with the putter. Anybody playing golf this weekend? We just got our first snow of the year. I don't know if anybody saw me streaming out there with the snow on the ground yesterday, but doesn't seem like there will be much of an opportunity for outside golf on the course for at least a little while. The temperature today was mostly in the 20s Fahrenheit, so that's like, like 2 or 3 Celsius maybe. Braxton is here. James, are you here, bud? We're all in this together. I'll have weather in the mid-50s. My kids have basketball games, so I'll be watching those, and no golf. That's okay, Pinto Beans. Time with the family is always important. Trying to really keep our heads still. Nothing is moving except for the shoulders rocking. Just listen for that ball to fall into the cup. Absolutely, I love watching them play. I know, it sounds fun. I have mixed memories of playing sports growing up. I loved playing sports. I was a good athlete. Still a pretty good athlete in my opinion, but when you have a parent who is always the one, like screaming at the refs and getting kicked out of games and stuff, that can make it not so fun. But if nothing else, when I do ultimately have kids of my own, I will have a different set of standards that I can apply than the ones that were applied to my experience. Boom. So everything is either a win or a lesson, right, guys? They're really good this year. 6-0, ranked second in the state. That's amazing, Pinto Beans. Keep up the hard work, or give them some encouragement. That's awesome. You mean a lunatic? You said it, not me, Paul. Oh, we've been rejected by our own ball. Get out of there, golf ball. You're in the way. Yeah, not the most fun. No, we've just barely missed on this right side. Ah. Boom. Yeah, there's a reason why we don't speak, among many other reasons. But I'm happy with that choice, and my life is doing really, really well, even without that input from parental figure. Boom. But my mother's amazing. We're still super close. Talk all the time. Let's go. Hooray! Vanessa said hooray. You notice as soon as the focus goes, you know it's kaput. You're absolutely right, Paul. That's why I like doing this, because it's one, obviously we need to practice the muscle memory to be able to deliver the putter squarely, but I've done that enough. The reason I like doing this for so much time now is because it does test that concentration. You're absolutely right, Paul. That's also why I like having the mat underneath, because it gives me that frame of reference to see in my peripheral vision. Did I get this line tracing over top of this orange line? And if we do, then we should have a really, really good chance of delivering that putter back to square at impact. If we do that, we should see the ball roll into the hole with some regularity. Right, guys? 36 viewers in the chat. Shout out to you guys. Appreciate you all being here. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button if you're enjoying hanging out on the stream. We also post long form videos, a bunch of golf stuff on the channel. There's shorts. We post, minimum 3 shorts a day. Been doing that for a while now because I am quite committed to using this platform to continue the important work that we've started doing, combating the stigma around sobriety and mental health, and using golf as a vehicle or a platform to tell those stories and connect with people. And we've built this really, really cool community, guys, and I'm so grateful to all of you who have continued to show up and support me. I know some of you are just here for the golf, but I'm always grateful when people listen to me and support that work, because it is making a difference, guys. We are actually helping people. I get emails and notes from people that say, these videos are inspiring me to make a change in my own life, or your channel helps me stay accountable and keep from drinking. So that is the coolest feeling in the world, to feel like something I'm creating and putting out into the world is helping people. How much stuff do you know to counteract that? Well said, Paul. Yeah, you got to stay focused. Papa Cap is here. Shane's here. Hey, guys. Welcome to the stream. Guys, we did, in fact, just pass 7,000 subscribers, which is super cool. Still in our first year on YouTube, guys. I had no idea that there would be such an audience to listen to me and, the patience that you guys have shown while we figure out how to make videos and make better videos. I know there's still a long way to go, but I now have 11 months of experience posting and making videos and doing live streams. So that's way ahead of where we'd be if we had never started. Boom. Come UW. That's nearly Cooper Cup. What do you mean, Cooper Cup? Ryan Judge is here. Hello, mate. How are you? I'm doing well, Ryan. How are you? Thanks for being here, stopping in, dropping a nice comment. Appreciate you. When you went through your weight loss, did you choose to eat more healthy, and what did you change? I definitely did. I did a lot of intermittent fasting and high protein, not quite keto, but in that vein. Eating a lot of protein, not a lot of sugar. You got to drink more water. Those were the main things. I stopped eating fast food and processed food as much as I possibly could. Papa Cap, what are we talking about today? Whatever you want, Ryan. Answering some questions from the people. We've been talking about putting and putting strategy a little bit. I was sharing a second ago how I feel more compelled than ever, guys, to lean in to this channel and to this platform that we're building together, knowing that it can help people, that we can use this platform to make a difference in the lives of real people by talking openly and honestly about sobriety and mental health and transformational things like weight loss, like Shane mentioned. And I'm super excited for what's coming in 2026. I have a whole content roadmap, so we're going to break the year up into 4 quarters. Each one will have a specific area of focus, and there will be weekly check-ins. I'm thinking every Sunday, but tell me what you guys think. There will be a video posted where people can come and comment and share their wins, their updates on their own journey and progress. It doesn't have to be about golf or recovery or whatever goal you're working towards. I want to encourage people to use this community to lift each other up. And I'm going to be showing my own progress, of course. So, for example, the first quarter of the year, the first 90 days or so, we're going to be focused on mobility and strength training and some speed training. We'll have some metrics from the beginning of the month to the end of the 90 days. Watching from Sweden. Very cool, Andy. Appreciate you coming in to say hi. Joseph says good evening. Keep up all the hard work. Thanks, Joseph. I appreciate you. Thanks for all your support on the channel, my dude. What was the total amount of weight that you've lost from your highest to what you are now? So at the highest, I was almost 230. And nowadays, I live in the like 160 to 165 range. So that's, I don't know, 70 pounds. At one point, I was under 150, and I was a little bit too thin. I think the lowest I ever got down to was 146. And that was kind of low for a 6 foot tall person. It was very thin. 1.3. Yo, URW. Thanks, Infinite Trish Shots. Appreciate you. I don't play golf, but I do play pitch and putt. I recently fractured my wrist. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. How do I get my putts and chips to stay as decent as they are, like 10 feet? Well, I think you can practice. You could practice some one-handed chips and work on your contact and your tempo. But 4 weeks in the grand scheme of things isn't all that long, so maybe worth taking a conservative approach. But yeah, try hitting some shots with that other hand. You can do that both, putting or chipping. So if my left wrist was injured, I would just hit some putts like this. Boom, still got it to go through the gate. That was pretty cool. Love the left hand low. Thanks, Andy. It has worked wonders for my putting. I've used left hand low in the past, but went back to it maybe 6 months ago. And for me, just how much more level my shoulders are when I grip the putter this way compared to conventionally. I hit the center of the putter so much more regularly and consistently. I make more putts. My speed control is better. Boom. Tempo is huge. Absolutely right, Shane. One of the things I work on all the time when we're hitting out back in the net, when you guys are with me out there. Hoping we'll be back out there tomorrow when we've got some daylight. I have been thinking about stringing up some lights out there so we could stream even when it was dark. But we haven't made it that far yet. Yes, but I came from playing almost 2 rounds a day. Feels like such a setback as I'm trying to go to the All-Ireland. I hear you. Those injuries, those setbacks can be really challenging, guys. But an analogy that I really like is to try to think like a GPS. If you have a GPS on your phone or in your car, if you miss a turn, your GPS doesn't just turn off and say, oh man, we're screwed now. What are we going to do? It doesn't do that. It says, all right, let me take a second, evaluate my options, calculate a new route forward, and still make it to my destination. So try to think like a GPS. Ryan, what I would remind you dealing with injury is that it's going to feel different. It won't feel as productive, but finding something you can do is better than nothing. So you could always work on your conditioning. You could probably just go walk, even if your wrist was injured. Do or some sort of cardio. You could work on your mental game by reading books about peak performance and about golf strategy. You could work on preparation by charting out different courses, evaluate them on some sort of, a satellite view and analyze some of the courses and come up with a strategy for courses that you play regularly. So there's all kinds of different ways that you can make that time productive even while recovering from an injury. I think the hardest part is going to be mentally saying, you know what? It's something different than what I was doing before. It's going to feel different. And certainly you can wish that you were back to 100%, but remember that incremental idea. 1% is better than 0, always. Fix your injury, you can make things worse. Here you go. Love all your positive insights. Thanks, Joseph. Shane Ireland is incredible. Is that Silly Putty? What's Silly Putty? Boom. Watching your live from Japan. Amazing. Welcome. Appreciate you coming in to say hi. Japan is extremely high on my list of places that I would like to visit. Boom. Tracy said hi. Furu said hole in one. We're working on it. Not worth the risk. Promise you once it's strong, you'll be fine. You know what you could do, Ryan? You could go watch all of Tiger Woods' Masters wins from the year 2000 and watch his swing and how he navigates around the golf course and enjoy some of the best golf ever played while you're recovering, and you could probably learn some things in that process. Look at this, guys. We are really rolling the rock at this point. Here from Norway. Very cool. You have so many tattoos. I do have a lot of tattoos, guys. Look at this. We are fully tatted up. Ireland, Japan, Norway. Yo, let's go. Absolutely, guys. This is one of my favorite parts about having this channel. And seeing all the international viewers, getting to interact with people from truly all over the planet is so, so cool to me as somebody who loves to travel. Nice ink. Thanks so much, Joseph. Hey, Jamin's in here. Jamin, we've got a good one going, bro. We're filling the chat up. Making lots of good putts. We've got our Pels tutor going. Your voice would be great for an anime voiceover. I appreciate you saying that. I've never received that specific compliment before, but I wonder what it is about my voice you think would be good. There you go. Hello, Jamin. Boom. Pels tutor is working tonight, guys. Can you dance? Not very well, guys. If I had to dance, like if I was at a wedding or some sort of venue where dancing was required, I live right here. You would be famous here in Japan. This is where I dance. I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm not trying to injure myself. Oh, bad putt. Bad putt. That's okay. Bounce back. That's not dance. Prime says we're doing flips. If I tried to do a flip right now, guys, the next several minutes of the stream would just be the sound of an ambulance arriving to carry me off on a backboard. Boom. Like Hitch, keep it in the box. Exactly right, Jamin. I think of that scene all the time. Where he's like, you live right here. This is where you live. Right? You live right here. Laura said hi. Hello, welcome to the stream. Now, I will share with you guys, back in the day when I was drinking, I probably would have tried some crazy dance moves and stuff like that. If you were to dance, what music would you be listening to? It is a lab putter, Joseph. I subscribed and liked. Amazing. Shout out to you. Guys, if you're looking for a shout out or just want to show some support, hit that subscribe button. You're good at dancing. I appreciate you saying that, but I think I have enough evidence that that's... How about this? There's still room for improvement when it comes to my dancing skills. I think it would be a fun skill to have, to be a really good dancer, just be able to break that out at any moment. What music would you be listening to? I listen to a lot of punk rock music. Things like Green Day and Blink-182, Sum 41 and Good Charlotte. You know, some indie rock like The Killers and 1975. The 1975 is one of my favorite bands ever. Saw them live. Amazing, amazing show. Boom, right down Broadway. Harper said, me too. I love music, guys. Just one of those things that is so universally human. There's all kinds of varieties. There's something for everybody to enjoy when it comes to music. I think live music is one of the best things that humans have ever come up with. Just listening to someone sing and play music. Awesome, awesome experience. I like hard rock and roll. Hey, Sycamore. I think he could bust a move if he's on the dance floor and he makes a birdie. I love music too. Yeah, amazing. I mean, I haven't met that many people who are like, just I fundamentally don't like music. I've met people with eclectic tastes, or they might prefer listening to other things, maybe audiobooks or podcasts over music, but it's pretty unusual to find somebody. How many practice swings do you take daily, and what's your warm-up club selection? Aaron says, I don't like music. Well, that's okay. It's not for everybody. It's good of you to own your preferences. Well, with the caveat, Joseph, that I haven't been practicing the swing every single day, at least not hitting balls just with the snow and the cold. But my warm-up club is usually a short one, maybe a pitching wedge or an 8-iron. Those are the ones I would grab to start to get loose. Boom. Meat puppets are pretty cool. I assume that's a band. I assume you're not like going to the grocery store, buying a bunch of steaks or ground beef and turning them into puppets. I swing right-handed, Harper. Same way we're putting right here. It would be fun someday to do a left-handed golf challenge. See how I could do swinging lefty. I've done some left-handed swings during speed training, and it always feels really weird and awkward. You should do that soon. Are you a left-handed player, Harper? New to golf, I pulled my muscle around my ribs. Can't swing a club at the moment. Painful. Have you ever done this? Any recovery tips? Yeah, so with those sorts of injuries, you definitely got to let them heal. Those rib muscles, your abdominals can be really finicky in my experience. Best thing to do is just rest and stretch when it feels comfortable. I wouldn't try to swing until you can do it without pain. But the honest answer is, I'm not a doctor. So, apologies for poor spelling. I don't be sorry, Caitlin. We got there. We figured it out. That's all that matters. Definitely ask your doctor if you are still experiencing pain. I'm not a doctor. But I think just go slow. Don't do anything that causes pain. Paul says, do sit-ups until you have no pain. Past summer, your doppelganger was using left-handed swings. Yeah, you're right. Tommy, he made some videos about learning golf left-handed. Let's go. Rolling them in now, boys and girls. Woo! Man, this time of year is so tough, guys. It's not quite 7 o'clock in the evening here, and it feels like it's been midnight for hours. This darkness is not for me. I miss the 8:30 practice sessions during the summertime. Look at us, guys. We made a whole bunch of consecutive putts on this gate here. Shouldn't have said that because I'm going to jinx it. Scott said hole-in-one. I've never made a hole-in-one. I can't wait to make one. It's going to be absolutely electric. I hope it's on camera. I've come so close. I've been so close to making a hole-in-one. I posted a cup like a month ago. I don't know if you guys saw. I landed the ball. It could not have been closer to the cup. The divot was legitimately like half destroying the side of the cup. But it didn't go in. Let's go. Just got to keep playing, keep swinging. We'll make one. And you guys will be among the first to hear about it as soon as we do make one. Let's go, guys. Rolling the rock. Callan said good job. What's up, my dude? Thanks for being here. If you guys are enjoying the stream, smash that subscribe button for me. We're on a mission to help people here with this platform on YouTube. Talking about sobriety and mental health and bringing a little bit of positivity to the world. There's enough bad news out there if you want to turn the news on. I'd much rather create a space like this one that is accommodating and, you know, really positive and optimistic for people. W, you the GOAT. Thanks, Callan. We got maybe 3 inches of snow on Saturday. But it's been cold and icy ever since. No, that was a bad putt. I knew it. I wasn't committed. Lost the focus. Just gotta let it go. There we go. Right back on track. That's what we like to see. 70 viewers in the chat now. Shout out to you guys. 70 viewers. Just hit 7,000 subscribers. Boom! Made another one. Let's go. My goal for next year, guys, is a +2 handicap or bust. We got to make it happen. We're all in this together. Jamie, what do you currently play off of? I play off of 1 right now, 1.3. What's your best round score-wise? 64, 6 under par. That's my best ever. 6 birdies, an eagle, and a double bogey on that round. Boom. You are capable. I hope so too, Paul. I hope so too. What game do you play? What do you mean by that? Do you mean golf? Or do you mean like what is my style of my game? I used to play a lot of like bomb and gouge golf, just smash driver everywhere. Try to hit it down there as far as I possibly could, and then figure it out from there. But as I've gotten older, I played a lot more strategically, trying to keep the ball in play. The volatility of my scores has definitely gone down, which is cool. Oh, what video game? Didn't you do a live on Saturday? I sure did. Yeah, we were out there streaming during the snowstorm, guys. I've got the tent over top of my hitting area, so it doesn't keep me any warmer, but it does keep the precipitation away. Nice. I play some PC games, some Xbox games. Been playing a lot of Battlefield 6 with my gaming buddies. Look at that. I play off 7. Want to be under 5 next year. Do you have any tips to achieve this? Yeah, you got to work on impact, Jamie. But if you're 7, you're pretty close. You can do that. Just you got to learn how to, as consistently and regularly as possible, hit the ball in the center of the club face. Hit the ball first and then the turf. So ground contact, and face direction. Those are the 3 main skills that you want to work on. So I suggest doing that at slow speed when you're on the driving range or practicing at home. Just learn how to hit the center of the face with a good solid strike repeatedly with like a waist-to-waist swing. Truly, you can make it as small as that and make a lot of good progress, because your ability to hit the center of the face regularly and hit the ball solidly is the thing that will keep your scores going down. But keep up the hard work. 7 is already really good, so you're on the right track. I play golf. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you, Callan. Also, Jamie, if you're really serious about your game, I do still have a few spots available for one-on-one coaching. There's a link in my bio if you want to learn more about that. A couple different options. But we've had lots of interest in lessons and coaching. So we have started offering that, which I'm pretty excited about. It's nice to be able to work with people one-on-one and have a real impact on their game and their golf. It doesn't necessarily have to even be swing related. I've helped people with, strategy and course management. 2013, I made a hole-in-one, 128 yards, sucked it back into the hole. Wow, that's awesome, Shane. I'm very jealous. I can't wait to make mine. You know what's funny? I play golf still pretty regularly with a group of maybe 6 or 7 other guys, all of whom were my college golf teammates. So all really good players, still between +1 and 4 handicaps probably. And I think only one of those guys has ever made a hole-in-one. 6-7. Your aim is good. Thanks, bro. We've got this Pels tutor doing most of the aiming for us. But we are working on rolling the ball through this gate. That's the skill that we're developing. And it seems to be going well. I mean, we've not hit the gate really all that often. 68, says Shane. Boom. Do you like 6-7? I don't know anything about it, to be honest. I just know the meme. Boom. That's another one. That's what we like to see. Nice. Never had a hole-in-one. I had multiple eagles from the fairway. Very cool. I've done that a bunch as well. A bunch of hole-outs and chip-ins. Made a lot of eagles over the years. Both hole-outs and more traditionally. Nice. Made a 2 on a par 4 from 78 yards with my son just last summer. That's super fun, Shane. What a nice memory on the golf course. Let's go. Guys, I can't thank you enough for all of your support on the channel recently. I never in my wildest dreams could have imagined that we've had this much success and traction in less than a year on YouTube. And yeah, grateful and you know, super happy is really the best way to describe it. I'm just so grateful to all you guys who continue to show up and watch these live streams, to support the videos that I post. I couldn't do it without you guys. And I'm so excited for the future and what we're going to continue building together, centered around golf and these other things that are important to me. But it's all thanks to you guys. Golf is fun. Totally. All right, guys, one more putt. And that is all we are going to have time for tonight, but we managed to make it, which is awesome. Thank you guys so much for all your support, checking out these streams. Go watch the video I just posted, guys, if you want an update on the future of the channel. It's only about 10 minutes long, but I shared some really personal and vulnerable kinds of moments, so I'd be honored if you would go check that one out and drop a like or a comment on my future of the channel video. Like we just said a second ago, we've got online lessons if you're interested in that. And the link's in bio for the net return and Rapsodo. So all kinds of good stuff going on, guys. Keep up the hard work. And we will see you tomorrow for another stream.